Curtis and Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. We mentioned at the top Thomas Perry Andrews, age 72, of Sylacauga, died July the 6th. Funeral arrangements are set for Wednesday from Sylacauga's First Baptist Church, visitation from 12:30 until 2. And the service at 2 with the Reverends Rick Patrick, Tony Hickenbotham, and Carol Andrews, Perry's brother, officiating that service. In lieu of flowers, a family asset donation be made to First Baptist Forward in Faith or to the Gideons International. Online condolences at curtisondsonfh.com. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. And Perry was a longtime member of the First Baptist Church in Sylacauga, served as deacon and Sunday school teacher, and also member of the Gideons International. His funeral service again on Wednesday at 2 o'clock from Sylacauga's First Baptist Church. Visitation on Wednesday from 12:30 to 2 at the church. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. Mr. Johnny Hudgens of Vandiver died at Shelby Baptist Medical Center on Saturday. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, Childersburg Chapel, announcing. And Mrs. Shirley Kissick died at Coosa Valley Medical Center on Sunday. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, will announce the arrangements. Funeral service for Mrs. Mary Florence Lawson Carpenter, age 79, is today at 1 p.m. from St. Paul African Methodist Episcopal Church in Sylacauga. Pastor Xavier Beasley officiating. Burial in the Evergreen Memorial Cemetery. Mrs. Carpenter passed away July 2nd at her residence in Sylacauga. She attended Sylacauga City Schools and graduated from East Highland High School back in 1958. She was a role model for many young and older members of the Sylacauga community, a precious gem. Online condolences at communityfuneralhome.org. Community Funeral Home in Sylacauga, directing. Graveside service for Mrs. Claudia Duncan, age 88, is Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock from Talladega Memorial Garden. Sims Funeral Service, Talladega, directing. Mrs. Gail Isabel Martin, age 82, of Talladega, died Saturday. Funeral service Wednesday at 11 a.m. from Ursery Funeral Home Chapel in Talladega, with the Reverend Don Barnett officiating. The family will receive friends beginning at 9 a.m. on Wednesday morning at the funeral home. Interment in the Pine Hill Memorial Park. Mrs. Martin was retired from E.H. Gentry facility with over 25 years of service. She was a member of the Trinity United Methodist Church in Talladega. In lieu of flowers, a family request donation be made in Gail's honor to Trinity United Methodist Church, P.O. Box 378, Talladega, 35161. Online condolences at urseryfuneralhome.com. Ursery Funeral Home, Talladega, directing. Funeral service for Mrs. Nola Bush, Mama Odin, age 87, will be Wednesday at Scotts Grove Missionary Baptist Church in Vincent at noon, with Minister James M. Odin III officiating. Burial in the Harpersville Memorial Cemetery. Visitation Tuesday at the funeral home from 1 until 8. Mrs. Odin died July 3rd at Grandview Medical Center in Birmingham. Online condolences at communityfuneralhome.org. Community Funeral Home in Sylacauga, directing. Billy Carroll Phipps, age 72, died July 4th. Funeral service will be today at 2 o'clock from Ursery Funeral Home in Talladega. Interment in the Pine Hill Memorial Park. Dr. C.O. Grinstead will officiate the service. Mr. Phipps was a longtime resident of Talladega and a member of the Mount Olive Baptist Church. He owned Phipps Construction Company, Inc. and 3P Laundromat. In lieu of flowers, the family request donations be made to the ALS Foundation or the Children's Hospital of Alabama in Birmingham, State of Alabama Fallen Officers, or Alabama School for the Blind. Online condolences at urseryfuneralhome.com. Ursery Funeral Home, Talladega, directing. Funeral service for Mr. Albert Simmons of Goodwater will be Tuesday at 1 o'clock from the Church of Christ in Goodwater, with Minister James W. Silman officiating. Interment in the Macedonia Memorial Gardens. Public viewing today from 5 until 7 p.m. at the funeral home, Zion Memorial Funeral Home in Sylacauga, in charge of the arrangements. These obituaries this morning presented by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. 256-245-4361 for pre-need funerals, burials, or cremation since 1975. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.